We all know the counting numbers. They play an important role in our everyday life. They are involved in almost all the things we do. To count the physical objects, we use these numbers. We assign a particular number to an object or a group of objects. They are also called natural numbers. In mathematics, we can come across many situations where we need to solve equations. For example, David is 15 years old and he is 8 years older than Sophia. Can you find Sophia's age? Yes, we can. Let Sophia's age be x years. Then we can form an equation x plus 8 equals to 15. If we substitute x equals 7, we see the left-hand side equals right-hand side. Hence, the equation is satisfied. So, x equals 7 is a solution of the equation. Thus, if we have natural numbers, we can solve this equation. But there are equations which cannot be solved using natural numbers only. Consider a situation. On a particular day, the minimum temperature of a city is 4 degrees Celsius and it is 4 degrees Celsius greater than the minimum temperature of the other city. In this case, we have an equation x plus 4 equals 4. Can you find a natural number which satisfies this equation? No, we don't have any natural number which satisfies this equation. Now, how will you solve it? If we put 0 for x, the left-hand side equals right-hand side. Hence, the equation is satisfied. So, x equals 0 is a solution of the equation. Hence, we have to include 0 in the system of natural number to get whole numbers. Are whole numbers sufficient to solve all equations? Let's check it. Consider an example for our solar system. The average surface temperature on Earth is approximately 14 degrees Celsius and it is about 74 degrees Celsius greater than the average surface temperature on Mars. If the average surface temperature on Mars is x degrees Celsius, we have to solve an equation x plus 74 equals 14 to find the average surface temperature on Mars. Can you solve this equation considering whole numbers only? No, we don't have any whole number which satisfies this equation. So, we would have to think beyond whole numbers. If we put negative 60 for x, the equation is satisfied. So, x equals negative 60 is a solution of the equation. Hence, we have to include negative numbers in the system of whole numbers to get a new set of numbers called integers. Now you may think that you can solve any simple equation with this list of integers. Is it so? Let's check it. Consider a top of a table which is a square board of wood with its perimeter 7 meters. To find its side length, we have to solve the equation 4x equals 7, where x is the length of a side of the board. We see there is no integer to satisfy this equation. Actually, we need a number 7 upon 4 to satisfy this equation, and this number is not an integer. Now consider an equation 5x plus 3 equals 2. Can you find an integer which satisfies this equation? No, we don't have any integer which satisfies this equation. If we put negative 1 upon 5 for x, the left-hand side equals right-hand side. Hence, the equation is satisfied with a number negative 1 upon 5, which is not an integer. Thus, to satisfy the equation 4x equals 7, we need a number 7 upon 4. And to satisfy the equation 5x plus 3 equals 2, we need a number negative 1 upon 5. The numbers 7 upon 4 and negative 1 upon 5 are not integers. So, we need to include these types of numbers in our number system. This leads us to think of rational numbers. A rational number is of the form p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Remember, natural numbers, whole numbers and integers are also rational numbers.